Welcome back to the Meditation Challenge. My name is Tim Gordon. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit subscribe and press the bell notification so that you get notified of all of our future videos and you stay up to date with us. In this meditation, I'm going to invite you to connect with a sense of self-acceptance around the things in your life that are the most difficult for you to come in contact with. So whether that's your most difficult thoughts about yourself, potential future situations, whatever it is that you're struggling with in your life, this meditation is about learning how to hold it, walk with it, and honor your experience. If you're able to, I'd like to invite you to adopt a comfortable, upright position. If you're laying back, find yourself seated or laying in a way where you're adopting a posture that you can breathe freely, fluidly, but doesn't lend itself too easily to falling asleep. This will be a little bit of a longer meditation. The yoga teacher in me wants to encourage you to press through the crown of your head, maybe tuck your chin a little, play with the alignment of your shoulders over top of your hips, and notice how that affects your ability to breathe, the fluidity of breath in your body. Placing your palms face up or down, there's no right posture. We're just looking for what feels right for you in this moment. You may wish to allow your eyes to close, but that's not necessary. You can allow your vision to drop, your eyes to go out of focus. Perhaps the eyelids become heavy, still letting light in, but distorting shapes and textures. Let's take a breath on purpose together, breathing in all the way. Exhaling, all in your own time. Work with your body. And just as we're here, breathing together, I'd like to invite you to give yourself the gift of pausing. And just noticing what it's like to be here, now, in this moment. Whatever thoughts, sensations, emotions you may be having. Take a breath, breathe them in, practicing awareness. We don't have to let them go. We can be with what we notice. And if you notice that thoughts, sensations, or feelings become distracting, rather than becoming caught up in them, breathe them in, notice them. You're aware of them. This allows you to be separate from them, to be able to interact with them. And notice how, as you breathe, you can shift your attention from thinking, emotionally feeling, to sensing, to feeling breath in your body. Our sensations can be an anchor to help us bring us back to the moment, to aid our contact with here and now, especially if this meditation becomes challenging to you. You may wish to wiggle your toes or press your feet into the ground and use that to press yourself up through your spine, through the crown of your head, to bring motion into your body, to be able to discriminate the difference between in our head and here in our body. And if you're willing, I'd like to invite you to breathe with me on purpose. And shift the attention of our minds bringing our attention to our own histories, to this life that you're living. Let's begin with an acknowledgement that we have different kinds of experiences, joys and sorrows, moments of celebration and pride and shame and guilt. There's an incredible amount of variation of our experiences throughout history. And in this meditation, I'd like to invite your consciousness to fall upon the times in your life where you have found yourself struggling. These are often the most private moments in our life, where the thoughts that we have about ourselves are painful. The situations where we evaluate ourselves as not enough, that you're a failure, the situations in our lives where our minds become fixity, problem solving the situations we judge ourselves inadequate in. Allow your mind to come to rest very gently with a sense of curiosity, a sense of openness to what you've experienced in your own past. I know that these experiences are often aversive, the type of thing that we don't want to experience, but these so easily stand out to us as the loudest memories. If you find your mind bouncing around to different situations or different scenarios, that's okay. Replay those particularly painful moments. See if there's themes that stand out to you, like an evaluation about what's missing about you or how you're inadequate. And as you reflect on these experiences, slow down as vividly as you can. See your face in that difficult moment. What does the look on your face look like? Notice the fine details, how you hold your face, the shape of your eyes, and what's the look in your eyes like? And however old you may be in this memory, or however old this memory may be, just breathe this in. This pain has been following you around in your life. And see if you can notice how early the themes, the echoes of these judgments, of this pain showed up in your life. You know that behind those eyes that you see suffering, perhaps in silence, you know that there's a history of struggle. And breathe that history and allow that awareness to really be here now with you. And notice that there is a toll that you have paid in your life. Losses, the impact of struggling with these thoughts, with these feelings. And just breathe that history in for a moment. And however old you are, as far back as this goes, picture that version of you, your face, what it was like to be you walking around in this world, carrying this hurt with you. You know what it has cost you. And even if now your mind wants to evaluate it and say, oh, well, this isn't such a serious thing, or people go through far worse. Even notice that, the undermining of your own experience. Allow yourself to be present with your own history of struggle. And as you see yourself living with this hurt, holding it, allow yourself to see something in this past version of you that other people couldn't see. And imagine that here now, as we meditate together, that you could reach out to this past version of you struggling. That you could take a kind and gentle posture toward the you who is suffering. And this is you in a dark moment. You know what would work for you. Perhaps an embrace, perhaps not, perhaps just holding your own hands out from this moment. And just feel the presence of them here with you. You can feel the sorrow that's there behind their eyes. What words of validation could you offer them now? Words of kindness. Letting them know that you see what they try to hide. Just being able to say, I know that you bear this burden. Letting them know that they are not alone. And pause here. Let yourself sit for a moment. Breathing. To just witness your own history of struggle. To validate it. To allow yourself to feel the warmth of your own presence. And your own genuine care. That your hurt is their hurt. That you understand. You're not a stranger to this. And what could it mean to this past version of you? That you could speak kindly, that you could pour your awareness into this interaction, to be present. to show this past version of you that they matter. Take a breath and listen to your heart. Feel this moment. What is it like to sit across from them? And know that you can feel and create this authentic quality of warmth, of kindness, of presence. And in these last few moments of this meditation, take a breath on purpose, breathe in. What parting words can you share with yourself in the past struggling? And communicating this message to them, perhaps even again in a posture or in a gesture. And as we prepare ourselves to disconnect from them, return to this moment. Allow their image to fade as you say goodbye. Let yourself breathe in this experience, what it's like to venture back in time, to look at the moments in your life that have shaped how you feel your most intimate pain, and to trace back in time the origin of that hurt. And to be able to hear now, be present with that origin story, to have given an act of kindness and presence to yourself. You can take this posture of self-acceptance forward with you. Take a breath on purpose. Breathe in. Noticing what it's like to be in this moment. Noticing the qualities of the interaction that you had in this meditation. Paying attention to what stands out to you. And as we prepare ourselves to resume the activities of our daily lives, I'd like to invite you to bring some motion into your body, like a wiggle of your fingers, a rotation of your wrists, rolling your shoulders up, forward and down, or moving your head from side to side. And before you open your eyes, taking one last breath on purpose. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this journey. I want you to know that I don't take for granted the time you've taken out of your day to be present with me and to do this work. The me that's here behind my eyes, learning to practice self-acceptance, bows to the you behind your eyes, learning to practice self-acceptance.